Hi there, Scott ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review. Going to talk about the 2022 film, Something in the Dirt. I have wanted to see this for months. Price finally dropped on Vudu, and I splurged on a digital copy because they still have not announced a Blu-ray or 4K release for this movie that came out last year. If you don't know anything about Justin Benson or Aaron Moorhead, these are two writer-directors who have made, well, this is like their sixth movie. A lot of them you probably haven't seen. You might have seen Spring, which is an interesting little romantic horror movie. But they're doing big things now. They did this during COVID while they were also getting ready to work on Moon Knight, and now they're working on Loki Season 2 and more Moon Knight and whatever. So big things happening for these two guys. I've liked all of their movies. They've done some low-budget movies that in the end give you jaw-dropping visuals or jaw-dropping ideas that maybe they didn't have the budget to pull off, but they still pulled off in some way, shape, or form. Their last couple of movies, like The Endless, wow, the ending is just incredible. They did a bigger budget movie, Synchronic. They had a couple of big stars in that one. Anthony Mackie was in that one. It's pretty good. It's on Netflix now if you want to stream it. It's not bad. I don't think it's one of their best movies. I think it's good. I don't know what, all of their movies are interesting. All of their movies go down rabbit holes you don't expect to go. Most of them have a kind of H.P. Lovecraftian slant, like cosmic horror, things bigger than us kind of things that are involved. It depends on the movie, obviously. But so this one, basically, as the description says, something supernatural happens in this guy's apartment, and the two guys try and figure out how to make a documentary about it, how to get famous with it, how to, all that kind of stuff. That makes it sound a little more glorious than it is. Basically, something floats in the sunlight, and there's certain parameters that have to happen for this thing to happen. Then some other things kind of happen, and it says supernatural because there's not really an explanation for it. The movie plays out mostly like a movie, but it's also kind of like a mockumentary that they're making a documentary the whole time. They're figuring it out. And how the movie wraps up is kind of just the movie kind of goes from movie into this documentary where they wrap things up. There's some foreshadowing involved. I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but you're basically talking a 2-actor movie in minimal locations. There's some interesting things about the apartment and the location where they filmed the movie. That's aside from the movie, but if you want to look that up, I would highly recommend it. If you're looking for this to watch, if you want something thought-provoking but not action-packed, it's not that it moves slow, it moves pretty quickly. It's under 2 hours long. But there's a lot here, a lot to unpack, and they don't explain everything other than what the two characters are explaining as they encounter these phenomena and the other things that happen. If you keep up, and if you're going along with it, I think you'll be heavily rewarded at the end to go, oh my. This is one of those movies when it ends, you're instantly going to have a lot of talk with whoever you watched it with, what it means, whatever. The ending is a hair anticlimactic, but it's still good. I don't think it's anticlimactic in a bad way. They planned it that way, I think. And in the end, you have to figure out what happened. And a lot of their movies are that way. So if all of this sounds like something, an intellectual pursuit kind of movie that you want to follow, then go see this movie. Rent it, stream it, whatever. If that doesn't sound fun, then go watch a Marvel movie or Creed 3 or something. But anyway, if you're a fan of these guys, then this is already on your list. If you want to get into these guys, I would start with maybe Spring before you get into some of the lower budget stuff. Spring was a really great flick, and I didn't know who they were when they made it. And then I found out later through the other movies. So anyway. Yeah, Benson and Moorhead. You're going to see their names a lot on upcoming Marvel TV shows and stuff. So check out their movies if you get a chance. There's several out there. And like I said, Synchronic is a little more mainstream fare from them. You might want to check that one out too. But Something in the Dirt, I'd recommend it if you're in the mood for something smart. It almost feels like Primer. Primer was a science fiction movie that's only available on DVD that I did a review way back for. Which is an interesting film. This is, I would say, a little more easily digestible than Primer, but you're still two guys dealing with something bigger than them, kind of a science fiction storyline. It's that kind of movie. But I think, honestly, it's a little easier to digest and to enjoy the way these two guys have done it. So check it out, Something in the Dirt. It's available on streaming now. Hopefully it gets a hard copy release sometime later this year. Scott Hamilton on ROCKFILE. Thanks for checking out this short review. Last couple have been short because these are just movies that I don't want to get into spoilers on. You should watch them and enjoy the ride. So check this one out if you get a chance. And I'll be back for another one. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Have a spectacular rest of it.